But before he speaks, I want to talk a little bit about Sekou Kaba. Now, I first met Sekou a year and a bit ago. But when I got to know him, and I'll tell you, this is the real reason we're doing something about our Olympians. He competed, as Erica did, in the Pan Am Games. Now, this is my pet peeve. The province of Ontario funded the Games and ensured that the torch went through most of our constituencies. So the Pan Am torch came through Barrhaven, didn't it, Daryl? Chair of Barrhaven Canada Day, perfect event. I'm standing there, and I see Sekou Kaba, who I go over and I talk to. And he tells me, oh, I didn't know this was really going on until the last minute. And he's wearing his Canadian jersey, or his Canadian uniform, and he said, I'm going to the Pan Am Games. And I said, then why aren't you carrying the torch, and why didn't we know this so that we could get a big crowd out to support our own local athlete that's going to the Pan Am Games? I was so upset with the province that when I got to know Sekou a little bit better, and this is actually the same with Erica as well, that I wanted to make sure that our athletes going to the Olympics or to the Pan Am Games know that this entire community supports them. Now, I've gotten to know Sekou, and I want to give you a little bit of background on Sekou, and I don't know it all, but his lovely girlfriend Kashani's here. Kashani, give a little wave, because she's amazing. They're a dynamic duo. Sekou grew up in Africa. Then he went to the United States. And a story that I read recently that he has shared, and this is why I think I love Erica and Sekou so much, because Sekou, there's a big passion of mine in anti-bullying. And Sekou announced about a month ago that he had been bullied as a kid when he had moved to the United States. And that there was one individual, an older brother of his friend, who had reached out to him and ensured that he knew in his mind that it doesn't matter what the plight is today, you're going to do great in life. Well, there's only a few people that get to go to the Olympics, so I think he's doing pretty great now. Now, I want to tell you about the character, because in this world, everything's about character. You get a lot of talent, you give a great speech, you can be a great cook, you can organize the heck out of things, but if you don't have character, you really don't have a follow-up, do you? Let me tell you about this young man's character. I introduced him to the people at Roger's house. So Sekou has now been going to Roger's house and has created relationships with some of our most vulnerable children in the city. He uses celebrity to do that. That is character. And on Canada Day, I like to say, everyone thinks everyone in Ottawa goes downtown to Parliament Hill for Canada Day. Does anybody actually do that from here? Or do we just all go to Barrhaven? Well, if you're the M.P.P. for Nepean and Carleton, you go to 13 events in 12 hours, and you spend more time in your car than anything else. So I thought it would be fun to bring Sekou and Kashani with me to a number of these events. Sekou not only decided to come and show his celebrity and wear his Canadian uniform and meet with people and shake their hands. Sekou brought his hurdles to every event. And he did a demonstration for the kids, young and old, in the following communities. Lansdowne Live, as we went down with the mayor for breakfast. He did it here in Barrhaven. He went over to Riverside South. I see one of my favorite city councillors of all time, Scott Moffat, is here from North Gore. Scott was there when he did it in North Gore. In fact, Sekou jumped over Scott. And I just lost a vote right there. It's a good thing I'm not writing Carleton, I guess. Yeah, there we go. I then took Sekou out to Vernon, and I see a few of my friends here from that were out at that event. Marguerite, I see, and Stu. They were out there listening to ukuleles on Canada Day. And Sekou didn't do his hurdles there, but he did give a speech to all of the seniors and those who were listening to the ukuleles on Canada Day. Why am I telling you that? Because that's character. Sekou Kaba is a talented hurdler and athlete, but more than anything, I've gotten to know this young man, and he has true character. Now, Erica wasn't here, but I'm going to ask everybody to stand up. Stand up. If he can jump over hurdles, you guys can all stand up. Now, because he's in front of us, I want you all to take a flag. I want you all to wave it. And as he comes up with Kashani, and if any other members of his family are up here, they're more than welcome to come up here. I want you to give him a very proud Nepean Carlton send-off by going, Sekou, 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 Sekou.
This is incredible. Thank you guys. You may take a seat. My legs are as heavy as some of yours. How's everyone doing tonight? Wow, thank you, Lisa. That was quite the intro. Didn't expect it. So happy to be out here to hang out with you guys as I, spend my last days in Ottawa. I just had my last training in Terry Fox. You guys know what that is? Training track facility, the only track in Ottawa. But yeah, I saw the time. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be late. Lisa's going to give me an earful. But thanks for not doing that. I was actually practicing. I wasn't hanging around. But it's awesome to have the support I have here tonight. It's mind-blowing. And for me, when I'm in my most joyous moments, yes, I do enjoy the present, but I think it's the after effect oh, sorry about that. It's the after effect that's most awesome because it's my personal time to reflect on what just took place. So I may not be showing as much emotion now, but when I get some downtime later tonight, I'll think about every single one of you and be truly appreciative that you came out here tonight to show your support as I make my way to Rio to make all of you guys proud, obviously. And you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here, but you're not the only one supporting me. It takes a village to raise an athlete. That's the saying. I truly believe in it. Lisa's been great. Thank you very much. Daryl's been awesome. Everyone in this community who's contributed, I appreciate you all. And as I look in the crowd, I see some very familiar faces. David, Maureen, you guys are great. Thank you very much for everything. Great support. And I look over, I see my high school track coach. Miss Stout is now still. So I don't feel bored. Come on up, Miss Stout. Shani, come on up. So as I speak of supporting, these are the two who kind of know that the groundwork it took as I got to Ottawa and made my way to this big, what is it called, Olympic Games, I think? Right, the big little stage. And Miss Stout, we were just joking about it, says that she's the reason why Kashani and I happened. And she kind of saw it all unfold with OFSA 2008. Yeah, and she wasn't your average adult. She kind of knew what was going on, so she didn't try to break us apart, and she knew it would lead to something great, and here we are now, almost, I hate math, how many years later? 8 years later. There you go, so Shani's awesome, thank you for the support, and I would honestly love to stand here and name as many people as possible, but I don't think time permits. Okay, and right. And as Lisa spoke in the interview, I did, endure quite the young adult life in the U.S. with a lot of bullying. I didn't speak a word of English, and so the kids couldn't relate to me. And the only way for them to, I guess, have any interaction with me was to bully me. And it was a tough time. I struggled a lot. I gave up track for 2 years because of it. It took a lot of time to muster up the courage to say, okay, this is me, this is what I want to do, I can't control what others do, so on and so forth. And a lot of support from friends and family. And eventually I think with the help of my uncle, set up a home gym downstairs. So I put on some bulk, and God, I haven't lost it since. and to be quite honest with you, I tried really hard to cut weight, but I always blame it on those years. I said I shouldn't have been so big. I spent too much time in the gym, and now I'm struggling to cut for major championships. But anyways, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is that things get tough in life, but you need to, I think, go with the mindset that eventually you will be okay. And you're not the only one who are either currently going through that problem or who has experienced that problem. And so reach out to those around you, and they will do their best to help bring you on board and uplift you. And I went into that little segment there because I have a really awesome friend here tonight. He goes by the name of Robert. Robert, do you mind joining us here, please? I know you weren't expecting this. As you can tell, I'm a freestyler, so stand up here and enjoy it. Robert's an awesome guy. I met his mom, what, 2 weeks ago? And I feel like we've been friends forever. She was at an event, and we just chatted and clicked right away. And man, we've been like literally like best friends. I went over to their house to hang out with Robert, who's also experiencing some of the things I experienced in school. And so we just clicked right away. She was mind blown. It's like, oh my goodness, how do you do this? I was like, well, I can kind of relate, you know? And so we got to chatting, played some basketball. He went over to the track and watched me train a little bit. And I think he hadn't played soccer for a while, right? Because he really enjoys soccer. And so right after my track session, he was uplifted to go play some soccer. And And then a couple of days later, his mom told me that he was at a soccer game and scored an awesome goal. So Robert's the man, and so I think in the long run, it goes to show that yes, I'm in this sport. I do what I love with the support of everyone in my circle. But I think my long-term vision is to have as much positive impact on as many people as possible, whether it's through sport or through every aspect of life. And lastly, I'd like to leave you guys with a little note. I don't know, I'm not a philosopher, but I often, talk a little bit, and I hear myself talk, and I say, you know what, that's not too bad of an idea. And so today I had an interview with Metro News, and I was kind of like out of things to say, and she didn't have any questions. Like, she kept just, hey, do you have any last words? Do you have it? I was like, well, maybe if you ask a question, I'll give you some last words. And she just kept going on and on and on. Anyways, what I came up with was that if you want to achieve something in life, you need to work as hard as you want to achieve in life. Does that make sense? As you want to achieve that goal. Does that make any sense? Because I think that we all have brains, so we can easily set any goals. It's not that easy to get after it. And so if you set that goal, whatever drove you to set that goal, you need to transfer that same drive into the work it takes to get to that goal. And with that, I thank you all for the night.
Sekou.
Thanks a lot, guys. You want to say something? You don't? Just wanted to